Hi everyone! Today we are going to be looking at finding missing proportions using multiplication. So we're going to be solving for a proportion, but there's going to be a missing part. And our job is to use multiplication to solve for that missing part. For example, it says 3 over 2 is equivalent to x over 8. Our job is to figure out what does x equal. So we're looking for x. We don't know the value of x, so we're going to find what x is by using multiplication. So we know that when we go from, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, my desk started moving and it scared me. Okay, we can go from 2 to 8 by multiplying by 4. So on the top, if we multiply by 4, we'll figure out what x is. So 2 times 4 gives us 8. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So our top number is 12 and our bottom number is 8. So 12 over 8 is the proportion and x is going to equal 12. Okay, let's try another example. Example B. Example B says that we have 5 over 7, and again we're solving for x over 21. So we're going to use the same strategy. How do we get from 5 times something is going to equal x, and we have 7 times something equals 21. You can also think about this as 21 divided by 7 gives us 3. So in here, we're going to put 3. So 3 is our mystery number. So 5 times 3 is x, which equals 15. So 15 over 21 is our final proportion. So you can work both forwards and backwards to solve the problems. Okay, let's do another example. Of course, today they don't give you any fraction numbers, but let's do one where they put the y over here. So this says y over 10 is equal to 3 over 5. So again, in this problem, we can use division. We can work backwards. We can ask ourselves, how do we get from 10 to 5? Well, we're solving for y. So here, we're going to do 10 divided by 2. Or we could say 10 divided by 5 equals 2, and 2 becomes our mystery number. So on the top, to get to y, we're going to have to multiply by 2. So we get 3 times 2, and that's going to give us 6. So 6 equals y. So our final answer is 6 over 10. 6 over 10. Okay, let's do one more example where we're solving for the letter on this side. So that way we can use division one more time, and then I'm going to give you your try-its. All right, example D. Example D says W over 6 equals 6 over 9. Okay, This one, we have a little bit of a tricksy one here because if you notice, we have to go from 6 to 9, and I don't know of anything that you can multiply 6 by that equals 9 right off the top of my head. So this tells me that we're going to be using a decimal. So let's work backwards, and instead let's do let's work backwards and let's do 9 divided by 6 and figure out what our number is. So 9 divided by 6, and we will figure out what that number is. 9 divided, whoa, hello. 9 divided, what am I doing? 9 divided by 6. Remember, your calculator is only as smart as the person putting the numbers in there. My goodness, Miss Englander. Okay, we get 1.5. So 1.5 is our number there. That's the number we're working with. So something times 1.5 is going to give us 6, but let's go ahead and work backwards. And we're going to work backwards. We're going to do 6 divided by 1.5, and that's going to give us W. So 6 divided by 1.5, and that gives us 4. So 4 equals W. So our ratio here is 4 over 6. So it works the same way using decimals as it did using whole numbers. So just when you notice that you're not able to get from one to the other, just pull out your handy dandy calculator and let it help you out. Okay. It is your turn now to do some try-its. So let's go ahead and get those try-its written out here. All right, so we're gonna have try-it number 1, and try-it number 1 says, did we already, I just gotta make sure we didn't already do this one. We did do one just like that one. Okay, so instead, we're gonna do y over 12 equals 5 over 3. So y over 12 equals 5 over 3. We're going to solve for y. And then try-it number 2. On try-it number 2, we're going to solve 12 over 10 equals a over 15. Okay, go ahead and hit pause right now so you don't hear me solving, and then when you're ready, come on back to the Google Meet and check your level of understanding. Okay, so how do I get from 12 to 3? Well, I can just do 12 divided by 3, and I know that 4 is my number. Or I can think 12 times 4 gives me 3. So 4 is my multiplier. So on the top here, I need to work the same way. Something divided by 4 is going to give me 5, or I can work backwards and use my 4 there. So I'm just going to say 4 times 5 equals 20. So y equals 20, and my ratio here is 20 over 12. 20 over 12. Okay, how did you do on that one? How did you do? Okay, on this example, we're looking for A, and we have 10 and 15. So we need to figure out how do we get from 10 to 15. So I'm going to do 15 divided by 10 to work backwards. And that way I can then multiply forward on the top. So 15 divided by 10 gives me 1.5. So now I can multiply times 1.5 here. So 12 times 1.5, so here's my 1.5, is going to give me letter A. And A equals 1.5 times 12 gives me 18. So A equals 18. And then we're going to make our final ratio of 18 over 15. That's our final ratio. Okay, how did you do on number 2 using the decimal there? Again, just pull out your handy dandy calculator to help you. How did you do solving for 18? Okay, go ahead and answer your essential question now. How do we use multiplication to find missing proportions? How do we use multiplication to find missing proportions? And then put your level of understanding out to the side. Where are you at? When you are finished, you can come on back to Google Meet and ask for help, or you can go on and do your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.